the Managing Costal Aquifers Project, or MCAP for short, SPC is assisting atoll islands with management of their groundwater resources. This trip was to the small island of Kayangel that is about a 2-hour boat ride north of the main island of Palau. Like other atoll islands in the Pacific, Kayangel is having to quickly adapt to the challenges of climate change. Rising sea levels, storm surges, and typhoons have already begun to degrade the limited groundwater resources, damage infrastructure, and impact crops. We traveled to Kayangel along with staff from Palau Public Utilities Corporation and the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Environment to check in ongoing MCAP activities, including the rehabilitation of natural bathing pools, install a rain gauge to help us better understand recharge to the ground, and investigate reported declines in giant swamp taro production.
Sel kukosni karato ko raram marangaramong aigal obli ritial belu at maldim laring aral maringil alduk aldiong ito spell malol ba ay aral maldolim adi lola raral maraul yang aramong tulus pe sel time namor niya dorumugang tulus pe dorumugang alom araral ma lilum bala ermulay kel amil gora mosquito screen remulo arbebul yagi melim aral marin sira loral melmeng arinya program rakabalment el murulay kaltang karabe globli lilgire lay lumaral may gigid yam lo gimola bal malim kama mamalamo lamalo tiong ay kay gidil tiong amur oblil hindi nga rin yar ko kumlo di ka lospe mata makla emo ospe at kay gidil peesaral mara water system diong ra ay gal diong maklol diong rola kang sengar olakang amasin matil lamesar tiay mangar bitar silbay silwasay ay ge diong raigel bay rangaramong ilangar nga ruwaruba raigel bay sel tamo ospel malol bay ge muraigel laborin ako korang malomtas es elasel diong orsay akamam waldul wasagi kel baluata tablo all the very nganya say nemdang mangaram lamyak arubak hindi el akam ngaram lamyak la amlong usel project kam mamamlong matmokrasy gidal pasyo aiga okmong mornya ko rarwakan sogi mangarang agi virekal mal sabaman mo ospe makdirikal mal mo ko ra oreng wasi ulukom sel ngat kulara resay mandirikal marula mandirikal malungilus paal mal sabel mo so kamama selbol le kamam okmong mo kan sogi modya karal bay sabel modya karal maraktang ka hindi ikar tiong amal dengar ngaral mlekya o mangkela ba merbabe o mangkel moryo merbabe.
So SPC has been helping the government of Palau with various water resources projects, mainly on a few of the outer islands. Here on Kayangel, we've been helping them conduct groundwater surveys to understand their freshwater lens that could be a resource for drinking water and various other water uses. On this trip specifically, we installed a rain gauge to help understand the recharge rate to groundwater, so we have a better understanding of sustainable pumping rates. And we've been focusing on why there seems to be a decline in giant swamp taro production in some of the pits here on Kayangel. As part of our MCAP project, we've done a few different projects and repairs here on Kayangel. So one thing we've done is installed a security fence around where the groundwater gallery is pumping to make sure we can help limit contaminants to the system and keep the water clean as possible.
One of the main issues we have here in Kayangel is water quality issues. So because of the water source as the groundwater. We have issues with the salinity, and we have also issues with pathogens in the water system. And but our regulatory agency do testing every couple of months, and they share the data to us so we can work with them to try to improve the water quality issues that we have. There's the ongoing project MCAP, Managing Costal Aquifer Project, in partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and the Environment, working closely with the SPC, or the Pacific Community, to complete some of the activities under the project to better manage groundwater.
Tuvalu amna mornya anganya tril typhoon elmen nganya temler Tuvalu. Esegid el typhoon amal tilmelia tokoy mangkal. Diram lo dia kal, tim lo dia kal lom ma aram medira kala ma tilma milqada aram. Ay mang arada Tuvalu amal mabul el mosel no ma gaid le uknesra gal maklol nganya maklol ngesel mlay ngesra Red Cross ma gal bibira esensil mosel mosus Tuvalu. Sera sa temela suri gay mal longos iya gaid le lo sisbia gawra Tuvalu en wal lela fa tilmal la bombra ran tilmal la gal tilmal ya sistem ran Tuvalu mang gal bomba mil tamal mang lo sobela mal saul SPC el lo sobelo may maskida ngeso may gaid le longas gaid le bomba el merbab ma luego mucho la pena o si siul el la typhoon yang selb akla a sistema blurang yang el bigos yang gaid el bomba ma bla longas el merbab drura ngeso SPC ei madira SPC na terrible mas kama magora angeso bos elo ay da ngeso motmak tang amos elmo nyamo kungel Tuvalu bel nyamo sedro special men le seguida com das mar plol ada Tuvalu di man ko se gem gara emos amro special Tuvalu wal gegrey min seguida el bols robi bols adro special.
So on a previous trip, a couple of my colleagues here, while they were investigating groundwater levels and conducting a hydrogeological survey, they talked to community members here, and that's when they found out about the issues with the taro plants and the decline in taro production. So as part of a funding with intent, which is internally funded through SPC, we've initiated this project to better understand what is going on with the taro plants here. And hopefully after we collect our results and analyze some data, we can hopefully offer some insight to the local communities here to help them improve their production.
People of this island had been surviving on giant storm taros for generations, but over the last few typhoons, the people have been complaining that the production of giant storm taro has declined. Giant storm taro, which is also known as breck on this island, has not been able to grow throughout the swamp or throughout the pits that they used to grow. People have seen over the last 3 to 5 years, it only grows only the perimeter of the swamp, but does not grow in the middle of the swamp. So about 50% of the potential area where the crop was supposed to grow is unable to grow. And due to this, production has declined per unit area rather than what we used to get before. So 50% of the production has declined. And the reason for this decline, that's what our purpose of visiting this island, to do a holistic approach, look at the water-related problems, soil-related problems, plant health-related problems as well. My role as a soil scientist, I'd be looking at the soil, what nutrients are there in excess, and what nutrients are deficient. So based on this, we'll be able to know whether it's a nutrient-related problem or it is some other problem.
So SPC has been working in close partnership here with the local utilities of PPUC and MAIF to help us with these projects. Moving forward, we will rely on employees from the Palau Public Utilities Corporation and Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and the Environment to continue the ongoing monitoring by collecting and reporting measurements like rainfall amounts and groundwater and salinity levels, so we can better understand the hydrologic system and improve groundwater resource management. That information will also tie into the giant swamp taro study, Once we at SPC get analyses of the soil, water, and plant samples back from laboratories, we will work across departments to understand the connections between the hydrology and the plant growth to determine the cause of decline. Our work here on Kayangel can hopefully serve as a starting point to understand why other Pacific islands have also began reporting a decline in taro production.